Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Echo. Welcome back today to a Minecraft Console Edition custom elytras video. What we're going to be doing in this video is checking out what the elytra texture looks like in all mashup packs and texture packs. This was introduced in TU46. Some of these look pretty impressive. I want you guys to watch the whole video and leave a comment down below on what texture you think looks the best. Before we get into this, I want to break a conspiracy because if you've ever played Minecraft PC, if you do have a caped skin on, for example 2011 Steve from Minecon, then the cape texture will actually make it onto the elytra. Unfortunately, this does not happen on Minecraft Console Edition. So, this is what the wings look like normally. I have to admit, with my skin it looks pretty fun because my tail pops out. However, the texture itself is very plain and boring. So I do hope in the future you can combine these with the banners and have custom designs. Nonetheless, let's go to help and options, change our skin, and let's look for the Minecon cape skin. So we're going to this one. As you guys can see, this is Steve Minecon 2011 cape. If I select this one, I'm now currently Steve. If I do take this off, we have a cape. But unfortunately, when you put the elytra back on, it just goes to the default elytra. Kind of sucky because I really wanted to have custom ones. Anyway guys, let's change texture pack and let's have some fun with this. So the first texture pack we have here is of course the candy texture pack. I've never used this and it looks pretty funky. Now I'm pretty sure the elytra has changed into like a pretzel. Maybe I'm wrong, and if I am wrong guys, leave a comment down below. Now if you haven't noticed, these in the item frame are facing upwards, the middle ones are facing to the right, and the bottom ones are facing down, just to give you kind of a couple of angles of what it looks like. Now before I get into this as well guys, if you do want to know where to locate these in different textures, go to the creative menu, go all the way across to redstone and transportation, and it's the second one down, because sometimes in some texture packs finding certain items can be a little difficult. Okay then, so let's have a look at this. I'm pretty convinced that this is a giant pretzel. It looks pretty funky, I'm not gonna lie. I actually like this one. I didn't think I would, but I have to admit it looks pretty funky. And considering that my tail keeps popping out, I do like that. So let's fly and have a quick look at what it looks like when you fly. Let's have a quick look. You really don't get to see them in great detail because of the view, but nonetheless, quite impressed with this one. Anyway, let's move on and see what else is in store. The second texture we have here, this is the cartoon texture pack. This was introduced a long time ago. I have to admit though, I really like the cobblestone in this texture, I've just noticed. And I'm pretty convinced, looking at these in the item frame, that they look like a green butterfly. Again, if you guys think it's something else, feel free to leave a comment down below. So, it doesn't, yeah, I have to admit, I don't like it as much as I like the other one. I did like it in this. Like, it looks a little, guys, it looks so much different in this than it does on this. Like, for example, on the outside of this, it's got like a ruggedy edge. But when I'm like this in third person, it doesn't have a ruggedy edge. Maybe it's, I don't really know. It definitely does look a little bit different now. But they're green and I guess it kind of does match my skin in a way. The only downside is it's not like a deep enough green for me to look like I have natural wings. Pretty good though. I love the fact that they've all been retextured. Let's move on. This one is from a mashup pack. Still a texture pack, but from a mashup pack. This is the Chinese mythology mashup pack texture. They look like fly wings, like a normal housefly wings with this one in the item frame. Now, looking at them from this way, I have to admit, guys, I'm not the biggest fan of the transparent ones. Maybe some of you guys are. Everyone has their own preference. For me, I don't really like the see-through ones. But I guess they do kind of look good again on my skin. You know what, guys? They are pretty impressive. Just for me, I'm very fussy when it comes to some textures. But that's the Chinese mythology one. I guess they're worth checking out, guys, especially if you haven't experienced it before. I recommend you guys giving it a go. Switching over to the city texture pack. This one I do like. And I actually feel like a zebra in this one. I'll explain to you in just a second. But again, they really don't look that great in the item frame. But on you, check these bad boys out. I really feel like a zebra. If there was, is there a zebra skin? We should definitely find ourselves a zebra skin. If there's definitely a zebra skin. I want some of you guys to go and find a zebra skin and tweet me a picture of what it looks like in the city texture pack because that is awesome. They are absolutely fantastic. These are big and bulky, and to me personally, I do prefer the big and bulky ones. I don't know what inspired this one. I would really love to know some of the history behind why 4J chose a specific texture for a specific elytra. But yeah, I do like this one a lot, and hopefully you guys do too. So this one is the newest mashup pack introduced. This is the Fallout mashup pack. Now I did show you this the other day on a live stream, but if you did miss it, these are the wings on this one. I don't know what they're meant to be, so I do apologize for the Fallout fans out there. But these have lots of color, which I like to see in the elytra. In the item frames, again, they really don't look that inspiring. They look kind of dull. But then overall, this mashup pack is meant to kind of look dull because it's a Fallout mashup pack, and Fallout is kind of like radiation. That makes sense. But anyway, looking fantastic here. This one I do like as well. If I'm honest with you, I haven't really seen any that I don't like because I think they've all been retextured to a great style. Anyway, let's move on. This texture pack used to be my favorite. This is the fantasy texture pack. This was one of the first ever texture packs introduced. And yes, what you can see in the item frames are in fact fairy wings. You're actually a living fairy. So as you guys can see here, I actually have transparent fairy wings. It kind of looks weird though because it looks like it goes through my tail. And what I mean by that is it looks like it's attached to my tail. But if you've ever wanted to be a fluffy princess, you can now do this as being a fairy, which is pretty fun. It reminds me of the Tooth Fairy, I have to admit. But another transparent one. This is the second one we've seen. The other one was from the Chinese mythology. But overall, I think they had to definitely do this in a fantasy texture pack. I couldn't imagine any other type of wings with this one. What a great time to check this one out. This is the Festive mashup pack / texture. Of course, it's Christmas time. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. But this one, I really don't know what this one looks like on the board, okay? It looks like, I don't really know what that's meant to be. And even on my back, I'm a little bit confused. Are you meant to be some kind of angel? Because of course on top of a Christmas tree you'd have like an angel. I really don't know what this is meant to be. I really don't know what's inspired this one. However, I do like the colors because I think these are smooth and slick. I don't like them to be too complicated, so I do like this one a lot. But this is from the Festive one. I'm kind of getting annoying now because my tail keeps popping out, so maybe sometimes I should change some skins and have a little bit of a look at them. But anyway, that's the Festive one. A lot of you have the Festive mashup pack. If you don't, this is what the wings look like anyway. Now, these wings I absolutely love. This is the Greek mythology, the second mythology one that we've got. Of course, Greek mythology was introduced first, and then the Chinese one. These are fantastic. These are absolutely amazing, okay? So this is what it looks like on the board. They're the top ones. They're facing right, and they're facing bottom. This one looks kind of like a fire. And yes, it is. Look at them. They are absolutely incredible. I am so impressed with these. These are by far my favorite one, probably because my tail isn't sticking out of them. But these are definitely my favorite ones. They look awesome. I don't know what it's meant to represent. My Greek mythology history is probably a little bit rusty. So I'll let you... Oh, look at that. That is so good. Okay, this is definitely my favorite one so far. So, guys, that's the Greek mythology one. Definitely a 10 out of 10 for me on this one. I don't know who designed this one, but GG, brother. Going to the opposite end of the scale, we've gone from Greek mythology down to the Halloween mashup pack or texture pack. It's the same thing, but as you guys can see on the board, they're looking pretty freaky. I'm not entirely sure if you're meant to be like Dracula. Or I don't really know what you're meant to be in this one. But I have to admit, I've definitely seen a texture like this on PC before. And if you look slap bang in the middle of the elytra, it looks like there's two eyes and a face. It's just above my tail. That's pretty fun. I do like that. So, this one is from the Halloween one. I think there's possibly a second Halloween one that we will see in today's video. But like this one as well. I like the ones that look a lot slicker and smoother, like I've explained. Short, crisp, and tasty is how I can explain it. But yeah, that's the Halloween one. Just to correct you on the previous one, that was the Halloween 2015 texture. Again, I think there was a more updated one, but we've switched over to the Halo one. If you're a Halo fan out there, then these are going to be the ones for you. I'm pretty sure we've seen something very similar to this one But I absolutely love this world. I forgot how awesome this mashup pack was. Greatly introduced a long time ago. This one, very basic, not too much has changed in this one, not too much complication. It's just a different color of shades of colors compared to, I think, going back to, there was something very similar to this one. In fact, it reminds me of like the, what one was it? I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, anyway, this is the Halo one. Continuing on. Going back to the first ever mashup pack introduced, this is the Mass Effect one. Everyone went crazy when this was first introduced. I don't really know what to say about this on the wall. Not looking the greatest on the wall. Again, it's just another transparent one. We've had something very similar like this one previously, so I'm not going to be flying around with this one. This one was just a quick review. This is from the Mass Effect one, going back to many years ago, actually, when this was introduced. Another retro texture pack. This is the natural texture, and this one I like as well. It kind of looks like a, it looks like a vein design on this one, and I love the fading effect. So at the top it's quite dark, and the further it goes down it starts to fade into a brighter color. So that I really do like. I like this one. Again, another big and bulky one, so it's definitely to my preference. Everyone has their own preference. Some people like transparent ones, some people like big and bulky ones, some people like over the top ones, but for me I like these ones because I don't know, I just feel like I'm a flying butterfly. I've always wanted to be a butterfly. That's a natural one. Let's move on. This is the pattern texture. So I'm guessing this is going to have a pattern design. I expect this one to be one of the best ones, if I'm honest with you. So, yeah, it had to be. It's the pattern one. They definitely had to take a lot more time on this one. This one has a lot of bright colors in it. Again, a lot of designs. They just look so much better than the ordinary Elytra. So I wish you could have these in other worlds. Definitely looks good on the board as well. It kind of looks like a mouth. As you guys can see, it looks like a mouth. I don't know how to explain it, like Pac-Man with a different texture. It definitely does on the board. But yeah, like, definitely a great one. Fantastic one. And this one is a bright one as well, especially with the green skin. This one makes my skin stand out a lot more. Top tip, guys, I don't recommend using these if you're playing like hide and seek, because this one is extremely bright. People are going to see you across the map very easy. But yeah, this is the pattern one. I have to say a 10 out of 10 for this one as well. But by far, love the Greek mythology one best at this current point. Plastic texture pack. The majority of us have this one. I'm expecting this one to be a very plain design on my back. And if I'm correct, it's very, very plain. It does look good. It has changed. It's a lot smaller, so it's not as rounded as the normal Elytra. This one's like just shoots straight down. Again, different fade effect from the top to the bottom, top being darker, the bottom being lighter. I'm pretty sure there's a block in this texture that looks very similar to this one, and I think it could possibly be bedrock or obsidian. I think it looks something like that. But yeah, this one, not too bad. I was expecting it to be a little bit more plainer, but I'm happy with this one because they took the time with this one to bring a different design. So yeah, this one was the plastic texture. Let's continue. This is the Skyrim mashup pack. Actually, a mashup pack introduced a long time ago as well. I'm pretty sure this is going to represent something from Skyrim. Unfortunately, I'm not a Skyrim player. So for my Skyrim fans out there, be sure to let me know what these wings represent. Because a lot of the mashup packs have representation of something from the game. These ones, okay, pretty impressive. Small again. Some of them are a lot smaller than others. I would really love... You know what I would really love? I'm going to be honest with you guys, I would really love 4J to make their own custom Elytra texture pack, where you can change the Elytra. I think that'd be a great addition. But yeah, this is the Skyrim one, looks kind of funky on there. We've got 2 more to check out, so let's go. I'm expecting this one to be over the top as well. This is the Steampunk texture pack. I mean, the Steampunk texture pack has made its way into the battle minigame. On the board, it looks, I don't know what that is. It looks like some bionicle machine, and basically Steampunk is kind of like bionicle and stuff. So, let's check it out. Yeah, it does. That is awesome. I definitely like this one as well. This one and the Greek mythology definitely are my favorites so far. 10 out of 10 for both of those designs. That is awesome, because I feel like I've just tested some machine, and now I'm testing the first time of flying, like some old style movie where they first trying to fly with a plane. That's how it feels. But yeah, I like this one a lot. Well designed, well done. Let's switch one more time. Like I guessed it, this one is another Halloween one. It's pretty much exactly the same as the one we've seen. In fact, I'm pretty sure they are exactly the same. But there's a lot of cool textures, and 4J did a great job with these. I'm trying to stay positive. Some of them I didn't like, because I'm not a big fan of the transparency ones, but again, that's down to preference. Overall, I have to admit the elytras in different textures look absolutely fantastic. Compared to the ordinary basic ones, I would rather use these any type of day. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to thumbs it up. Let me know your favorites down below, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!